Good morning, world. Good morning, everyone. It is quite a rainy day in Lagos. It's pouring. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Just give me a few minutes. I'm adjusting so that it will be perfect for you. So here we go again. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, world. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Lagos. Welcome again to Up You with Ezine show, where we dive deep into topics that matter. Yes. How you all doing? Oh, everyone that is in traffic, sorry. Bele, take it easy. You will get to your destination safely. And for those of us who are warm in our houses and in our offices, well, settle in nicely and come in here so that you can have this conversation with us. I trust that everyone is keeping up with life. Yes, yes, yes. We're trying to adjust to get this even brighter for you. So just stay on with us and let's get it done. Today, we have a very special episode dedicated to sharing the incredible journeys of individuals affected by sickle cell disease. These stories are not just about the challenges faced, but also about the triumphs and the resilience that humans have exhibited over the years to be who they are and be where they are. So it's up here with Azine, and as usual, I'm here to spend this 1 hour with you, sharing knowledge, communicating, bonding, and all of that. So let's do this as usual, my beautiful people. Finding self, finding purpose. My name is Ezine Kufrekanem, and I'm your host. As always, I'm thrilled to have you join us on today's episode. The topic is personal stories, voices of hope and resilience. Personal stories, voices of hope and resilience. Please settle in, like, and share the stream. Invite all your friends to come in here because it's going to be explosive today. Yes. And we will begin at the beginning. Be kind to follow us on all our social media platforms at Up You with Azine on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X. We'd love to connect with you long after this episode has ended. Please, like I said initially, like and share the stream. It is one way that you will help our ministry to get to the permanent site. The topic today is personal stories, voices of hope, and resilience. Two ingredients you need to thrive in life: hope and resilience. May I remind you that all episodes of Up You with Ezine are on our YouTube channel, our podcast channels at Up You with Ezine. Be sure to follow us so you don't miss a thing. It's time to bring up our guest into the studio. Please stay with me. This is Up You with Ezine, and we are live on YouTube and Instagram. You are most welcome. If you're just joining us, this is Up You with Ezine, and the topic on the burner is personal stories, voices of hope, and resilience. Before I bring up our guest, who is supercharged, let me remind you about the upcoming Up You Women Conference that is happening in Lagos on August 31st, 2024. The theme of the conference is Through the Fire, Triumphing in Adversity. Have you registered? The early bird ship is remaining just 5 days. Please take advantage and register so you can save some money and be early and have a front view seat at the conference. For further information, please go to www.uconferences.com and get yourself acquainted with the faculty for this year. Impressive A-list speakers, every single one of them. The panelists, all coaches, every single one of them, all put together just for you, the woman. So as you're hearing this, just go over to www.uconferences.com and register. And don't register alone. Bring your sister along with you so that you can have someone to keep you accountable as you go on through the journey of life. Thank you. Now it's time to bring up our guest. Our guest today is Stephnie Agbaje, affectionately known as the Original Woman. Stephnie hails from Imo State, Nigeria, and is married to a Yoruba man, creating a beautiful blend of cultural heritage. Stephnie wears many hats as the CEO of several impactful ventures. The first of which is Marvel Sickle Cell Foundation. Here, she leads efforts to support individuals affected by sickle cell disease and raises vital awareness about this condition. Second one is the Marvel Dish, a testament to her culinary prowess. This catering business is celebrated for its exceptional services and dedication to excellence in the culinary arts. And her third business is called the Marvel Farms, an agricultural enterprise focused on sustainable farming practices, ensuring both growth and environmental stewardship. Stephanie's career is marked by her passion for food and hospitality, making her a highly skilled caterer. Her dedication to innovation and quality has earned her a reputable name in the industry. Beyond her professional endeavors, Stephnie is a committed Rotarian, actively participating in community service projects aimed at improving lives and fostering development. On a personal note, Stephnie was born on July 5th. Her educational journey began at Ifelodun Primary School in Ajagunle, continued through Awodi Ora Secondary School, and she now furthered her studies at Lagos State University, where she was studying English language. Wow. However, when her daughter was born with sickle cell, she left LASU and pursued genetic counseling at the Sickle Cell Center in Lut. Stephnie Agbaje truly embodies the spirit of resilience, compassion, and leadership. Her diverse roles and unwavering commitment to her community and business ventures make her a remarkable figure deserving of the title, the Original Woman. Dear everyone, world over, please join me to welcome a very special guest on the show today. Good morning, Stephnie. I'm thrilled to
Good
have you join
morning,
us today.
Ezinne. Good morning, Ezinne. You look amazing. Good morning,
Oh,
the
wow.
world.
You stole my line. I'm the one that is always telling my guests that they look amazing. Now you're the one telling me I look amazing. Thank you so much, Stephnie. You look bam yourself. How are you today? Is it
Thank
raining at your
you.
end?
It's not raining, but very cloudy. Any moment from now, the rain will come up. We are in
Oh
July.
my
It's
goodness.
my month. We know what we do. We are the rainmakers.
Oh, wow. Don't I love this woman? I love your positive, affirmative spirit. It's already raining like cats and dogs around me here, but then we push on because we are the Up You Women. So, if you're just
Yes.
joining us, this is Up You with AZ. Now, the topic on the banner is personal stories, voices of hope, and resilience. So, are you ready, Stephnie?
I am ready. Ready,
So,
ready,
let's
ready.
begin.
Ajegule to the world.
Oh wow. AJ City. That in fact, you guys are the
AJCP
ones
to the
raining now.
world.
You are the ones raining
Yes.
now. You're the ones raining now
Yes.
because the other day I watched a documentary
Yes.
of Vicky James. Oh my goodness. Okay, dokie. So let's go. Stephanie, please tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us your personal journey with sickle cell. Where did it start and how did it start?
Wow. Sickle cell is a very, very tough journey, but I thank God for grace that made it easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter, I nickname her game changer. Of course, she changed
Mm.
my game. I was to be an English person. I want to study English. I want to talk to people. I want to speak soupy, 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 soupy. But then that sickle cell took me back to my roots. That means when I say my roots, I am meant to be a teacher. I am meant to
Mm.
be a humanist. If I'm in the English world, I may not be a humanist. But that sickle cell took me to the people I have to speak Yoruba to. I have to speak Igbo too. I have to speak Pidgin. I have to go to the language they will understand. That's why I say it took me back to my roots. The journey started 25 years ago when this girl came into my life. I cried. I cannot lie to you. I cried. If crying will change genotype, this girl will be AA today. I
Mm.
cried. I couldn't eat. The doctor warned me, you are nursing this girl. You have to eat so this girl can see something to talk in your breast. I cry. I ask so many questions. God, why me? Why me? I know I've not been the best of your servants, but at least I acknowledge you to be my God. Why I'm saying these things, my parents disowned me for this child. I was disowned in the family. They didn't disown me by saying you no more belong to this family, but they never show care. So I see that as disowning me. Nobody showed care. Everybody was telling me, we never had this history in this family. How come? But my sister, the funny thing, after years of knowing what sickle cell is, I found out some of my uncles have died of sickle cell. Some of my aunties lost their children to sickle cell. But because they don't know what it is, they didn't go to the roots, made them believe there is nobody like sickle cell in the lineage. So I cried. I told my God, if you keep this girl for me, I will serve humanity. And God kept her.
Mm.
I started the foundation. Anytime I go to the clinic with her, I will see parents I'm better than. That's how the foundation thing came up. I will see parents I'm better than. Yes, I am poor. I'm from a very poor home. I can't lie to you. It's when I got into marriage that I know I can eat 2, 3 square meals a day. From my birth, it's just one meal. That one meal is struggling. I'll go to that story. That's why I call myself the girl from Nazareth, because I am from Nazareth, where people think nothing good will come out from. So back to the sickle cell story, I'll go there, I'll see parents I'm better than. Even expressing myself, I can express myself better than them. They will either want to speak in Yoruba or Igbo. The doctor doesn't understand any of this. They don't even know how to speak pidgin English. So I will middle into the conversation, telling doctor, she said the child is this. They said they couldn't sleep overnight. The child has this pain. The child do this. Okay. From there, I want to go to the clinic early, very early, earlier than everybody. So I will communicate with mothers. If you cannot speak English, if you are going to see the doctor, call me. I will
Mm.
translate for you to make it easy. I start seeing that some parents cannot even afford their children's drugs. And sickle cell drugs are very costly. I can't tell you lie. The funny thing is, if you are rich, your child can still die of sickle cell. It's not a poor parent's child that die. Money doesn't keep sickle cell. The only thing that keeps sickle cell patients alive is knowledge. If the parents have knowledge of what sickle cell is, even if you don't have money, if you want to beg, you know what to beg for. Like, I am a beggar. I don't beg for money. Don't give me money. These are the drugs these children need. Please buy it for us. I will come and collect it. That's how I fund the NGO. My friends, I tell them, don't send me money. Because if they send me 20,000, if I want to go and buy the drugs, I will transport and everything. That 20,000 will not buy that drugs. So I found out that telling them, get me the drugs, I will come and collect it. It's better for me. From there, I start seeing that there are some parents I'm better than. So if I want to buy my daughter's drugs, I buy in 2 or in 3 packs. I'll give out to the parents I know are very poor. I say all of us cannot be rich, but all of us can help. You know who you are better than. Let us not hide it. You know those you are better than. You know, except you don't want to do it. So I started from there. Every clinic day, I know I will go with 2 or 3 package of drugs according to my purse then. Then I was working. I did a very funny job. I cooked in a restaurant in the morning. I go to clean in the evening just to make money because I have nobody to run to. Like I told you, my family deserted me. My husband is a young, struggling man, which I believe in, that we will make it together. And I loved him. It's the love that blind me. I know I am AS. I didn't even ask him what his genotype is. Only for me to get pregnant, start antenatal, and I was told to go and provide my genotype. I provided mine as AS. The doctor said, let us get the one for your husband. I said, does it need? He said, you are AS, so there is cause for alarm. That was when my brain went there. Fuck you, AS. As God will have it, he brought his own and it's also AS. No going back. The pregnancy is far gone. I said yes. From then I start fasting. That led me to my, anytime I go for radio program or anything, I keep telling people what you have a chance of doing by choice. You can take that down. What you have a chance of doing by choice, don't wait for it by miracle. It will never come because you had a choice.
Profound.
Yes. I had a choice, but I was waiting for miracle to change the choice I had. I have a choice of I am AS. Look for an AA to marry. I didn't. It was after the pregnancy. I now start fasting and prayer, calling on God. God, help me, help me. I am your child. Remember, you told me when I knock you, it will not work because you had a choice. What you have a chance of doing by choice, don't wait for it by miracle. It will never work because you have a choice. That's how I got into sickle cell. I almost went to jail for this NGO. The lawyer I got at first, the lawyer is from my state. He's a friend. The club I do my aerobics in stadium those days, that's where I knew him from. So I did not just walk into any office. This lawyer ate the money I gave him because I was naive. I've never gone to a lawyer's office. I don't know that lawyers give receipts. So people should know that whatever you do, even if it's pure water you are buying in bulk, please get your receipts. Anything can happen. So this lawyer refused to do my job. And I want to have a walk. That was 2012. I want to have a walk against sickle cell in Mobolaji Bankantoni way. I've written to Lagos State. I've written to every authorities. They need my registration before it can be granted. So I've been disturbing this lawyer. He ended up telling me I didn't pay him. I said, what? I did not. He said I should provide receipts, which I couldn't provide receipts. Before I will say Jack Robinson, he slapped me in his office, somewhere in Bode Thomas. I held him. What I don't even do when I was in secondary school. I fought last when I was in primary school. I held him. And I told him, if you don't give me my money, we won't leave this office. He called the police on me. I was arrested. I fought him in his office. I have no receipts that I have paid. 2 offenses. I was naive of lawyers giving receipts. This case started. A friend of mine, her name is Dr. Olaniba. She's an aged mommy. She was 60 plus then. She met me in the field of sickle cell. She was the one I called. She came to bail me. And she looked up to the lawyer and said, if you can do this to this young lady who is trying to save other children from sickle cell, you will pay more than you expected. She left. The case started in court. This case lingered for 2 years.
Wow.
I will never forget the help of women advocates, research and documentation, Ward C. Somebody introduced me to Ward C and I told them about the case and they stepped in. Barrister Akinyoju, Abiola Akinyoju is the boss. She stepped in. Her lawyers are coming to court with me. Every time we had a court case, sometimes they get there before me. That was how I won this case.
Oh, wow.
That was how
Oh,
I won the
wow.
case.
Oh,
I
wow.
said, thank you, Lord. I will never forget what the lawyer, what's that her name? Emanuela, Barrister Emanuela. She told me, she said, my sister, every morning before you leave your house, pray that God, don't let my leg lead me to where I will get into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because my leg led me to where I got into trouble. I went to the office of this lawyer.
By
I knew he's a
yourself.
lawyer. We attend the same club, Pegasus Aerobics Club in Stadium. So I just felt I'm with a friend, I'm with a brother. He also attends my denomination. I don't want to call the name of my denomination. I am a Christian, but he attends my denomination. So I did not go out of my way, but see what happens. That shows your brother sometimes may be your enemy, in-house enemy. So that's how the NGO started. We did our work. I re-registered with another brother in my denomination from my states. Immediately I'm paying him, I told him, I want my
Yes.
receipt. He laughed. He said, there is receipt for
Once
everything.
bitten,
I said,
twice
are you
shy.
sure? Yeah. He now gave me my receipts. His name is Barrister Osuji. He did it for me without painless. They brought the thing to my house. It was painless. I said, well, and I've been seeing him. I've been seeing this other person. I said, why didn't I go to this person? God wants me to learn, because since then I learned the hard way. That's how the foundation kicked off. I can't lie to you, I've lost some. The worst thing we face in this sickle cell journey is leg ulcer. The wound will be there, it will never heal. They
Mm.
dress it every week, it will never heal. That's the worst complication. They have acute chest syndrome, where the bone in the heart will be paining them as if the heart is having issue. If you go for x-ray, the heart is not having issue, it's the bone. Anywhere they have blood flowing, once it's crisis time, the blood will stop flowing.
Mm.
We have another one where they have to change their hip. I don't want to use the medical name. I want to come down to everybody's level. You will see some people say they limp. Once that means their bone in a joint to their hips has been decayed. So they have to go for surgery. They will add an iron to meet up the two bone, and it will make them limp. We call them sickle cell warriors because they are always in battlefield with pain every day of their life. I can tell you for free. They may be smiling, dancing,
Mm.
my sister, they are in pain, but they are also tired of everyday complaining. Mommy, I'm feeling pain. Daddy, I'm feeling pain. They are ashamed. You understand me? They are ashamed that why all the time this woman, this daddy will run scatter for me. So let me sometimes be strong. That's why as a sickle cell parent or caregiver, you look at the eyes of these warriors. My daughter is an adult now. She will hide her pain, but I will see it. I would say her, marvelous, what is it? She will say nothing. I will say, don't tell me nothing. There is something. She will say, mommy, nothing. Go and sleep. I will say, I will not sleep. Okay, let's sit together. She will say, no, I just want to sit down. I say, you cannot want to sit down. I know you. It will took sometimes 1 hour before she will say, mommy, I have pain. I'll say, why don't you tell me? Say, mommy, every time you cut your sleep, every time you can't go out, every time, let me bear it. I'll say, you can't bear it alone. We'll bear it together. Where is this pain? Let's call a registered nurse around. Let's go to the hospital. Let's do this. Let's do that. So that's why we call them warriors, because they are always fighting for their life. You being AS and AA, your blood breaks down every 120 days. Every 120 days. That's approximately 4 months, yeah. But for sickle cell, it's every 28 days. See the gap. That's why they will always have this pain. And the funny thing, they are the Ogbanje so in our family. They are the abikus in our family. They are those your grandparents will say, I had 14, and the second wife they married after me killed 10 of them, remaining 4. Your mother and her siblings is sickle cell. There's nothing like Agbaje. They are those that people will say, because their blood breaks down every month. This one is very funny. Their blood breaks down every 28 days. You collect your salary on 30th. They start their sickness 29th or 30th. When you go to Susaya, they will tell you this child is Agbaje. Why is it that every time you collect your salary, that's when this child will fall sick? And you will believe, because you calculate it is every month end, not knowing that their blood breaks down every month end. Just like the female circle. The female circle, you know, we must see our circle every 28 days, every 29 days. That's how their blood breaks down. So very easy to deceive a sickle cell caregiver or parent. Once you move out of medical, you go anywhere, they will scrape your head, because they will give you the simple thing. Anytime you collect your salary, this child will fall sick. And you will think, this child is Agbaje, is Abiku. Let's do this, let's do that. I'll share some pictures with you without face, where they've taken these children to a church. I don't want to mention the name. They gave them blade mark. A child that is fighting to gain blood, they waste more blood. Ignorance, I call it. Ignorance.
Wow.
Or
Wow.
some
Wow.
are
Wow.
desperation. Yeah, they are desperate to find cure, but to the wrong direction. Yes, they are desperate to find cure to the wrong direction. If you see these marks, I'm telling you, they are not just little mark. Oh, I'll share pictures with you. You want to curse the parents, but in another hand, when you are down, when somebody tell you I have solution, you will fall for it.
You jump at it. Wow.
You will fall
Wow.
for it.
Stephanie, this is big, and this is huge. Even for me, that I consider myself enlightened, um, you have actually said a lot in this short time. First of all, congratulations. I think that you are the biggest of the warriors, because caregiving is not easy. Then you are now caregiving, and then you also now have to manage yourself, you have to manage other people, and then you now went ahead to start a foundation and even increase the number of people that you have to manage. And so I salute your courage, I salute your resilience. Um,
Thank
but I would like to take you back a bit to the very beginning. Um, all I know about sickle cell is what I learned in the biology class. And they told us then that they drew a map, AS should not marry AS. But then, even in that map that they drew, there was a way they did the analogy that AS and AS, peradventure, they get married, they can have, they might be able to have an AS child. They might be able to have, in fact, they were told, if I remember correctly, that it's about the third child that they might get an SS. It's not what my recollection of biology is not the first child, but in your own case, it looks like it's your first child that came out as SS.
Yes, it is. It is my first child.
So can you please throw more light on this so that people like me who have believed all along that you can
First
cheat
child.
fate. Yes, you can cheat fate and then just marry AS to AS, have the first child, have the second child, at least you have two AS, is okay. Please, could you just drum it a bit more so that we can hear that it can be the first child?
My sister, it can be the 4 of them. In my
Eh?
foundation, I have a man. His 4 children are warriors. I have
Oh
a
my God.
family of 6. A family of 6. The 6 of them are warriors. They lost 2, remaining 4.
Oh
I
wow.
have a family of twin, 3 set of twin. The 6 of them are warriors.
Oh
So it's
wow.
not about the first child, the second child. It can come anytime. And you know the funny thing, S is a very stubborn genotype. Very stubborn. S can continue to come. It can continue to come. Another problem I have with dealing with people with sickle cell, the religious people, the both religions. I don't want to mention either this or this. The both of them, once they are fanatics, you find it difficult. You give them drug for the child, they will not give the child. They will take this child for mountain prayers. They will tell this child to fast. I keep telling them, this thing is not spiritual. You fast for this child. You brought this child to life. This child cannot fast because they need water. Their hemoglobin is sickle. It's not the round shape like AS and AA. Theirs is sickle. That's where that name came from, sickle cell. Let them drink water so the sickle can move. That's why they always have a joint pain. It's difficult for sickle to move through joints. But if there's enough water, it will move it subconsciously. It will go. So I'm crying out loud to the religious people. Please. I'm not a religious person. I am an humanist. I believe in humanity.
Just hold that thought
allow
there.
your warrior.
Hold the thought. We'll come back to that. I need us to establish some facts very quickly before we now go into the nitty-gritty. So now, peradventure, they say love is blind. But
Very
we can
blind.
see that, yes, we can see that some blindness about love is what causes some of this. Because like you said, you knew you were AS, but you didn't even ask your husband what his genotype was. And so you just allowed your emotions and your heart to lead you into a relationship. So now, knowing what you know and having been through this for 25 years, what would be your candid advice to young persons out there who are head over heels in love with themselves and are presenting AS genotype?
I keep saying, I'll repeat myself. What you have a chance of doing by choice, don't wait for it by miracle. It will never come because you had a choice. The painful part of it is the child that will suffer it. I wish the parents can suffer more. They also suffer, but it's not as much as the child's own. Do you know they stigmatize them even in the family? Yes. Even in the family, they stigmatize them. I don't want to share my experience about stigmatization in the family. If you take your children for holiday to the grandma's place, the other people will not bring more money. If the grandma say our food is finished, or they will say, when did we bring money? Oh, you are using the money to take care of that sickle cell child. The next time my children are not coming. What more can be worse than that from your blood? So don't go for love. Love is not blind, though. It's we who think love is blind that are blind. Love can see beyond tomorrow. You should look at what will benefit you. And I want to say it, I'm not sorry by saying this. Mothers suffer more as a sickle cell parent. The mothers suffer more.
Because
if you are
you're the primary
working,
caregiver.
your boss will get tired of you. Every day, my child is going to the clinic. You can be sacked, but the man, if you call the man, please help me take care of this child. I'll be going to work tomorrow. He will go back to bed. You have work tomorrow, but you can't go back to bed. So every woman should open their eyes beyond I love you, beyond he has money, beyond his family has name, beyond he can take care of me, beyond his manhood is sweet. There's more to love than that.
Thank you very much. I needed you to speak on that very, very critically, because if we avoid that mistake from beginning, then we reduce the chances of this happening to us. Yes, but when we have already committed ourselves knowingly or unknowingly, as it were, and we have brought forth life into this civilization that we live in, then it is our responsibility to gain as much knowledge as we can, as we should,
Yes.
so that we'll be able to manage this life process, to
Yes.
alleviate the pain as much as we can.
Yes.
Congratulations. Um, your child is already 25, so she's an adult. So congratulations. I do know that that is a lot of work and a lot of care, that you have put in there. You said something and you're right. You said your mother had 14 children, but the other co-wife killed 10. It's only remaining 4. Those are the things that used to happen, and we didn't know that it was sickle cell at work.
Sickle cell.
My people perish because they do not have knowledge. This is one of
Knowledge.
them. So, and even up till now, I am not sure that many people understand. I learned something today from you. I didn't know that the sickle cell blood turns around every 28 days. I just learned that now from you. But
It
I am
does.
privy to a sickle cell child. Growing up, I recall that the parents would always go and change her blood. They would take out the blood from her body and put in fresh blood every 30 days. And I used to wonder what's going on. But now, with what you've said, I understand why they were doing what they were doing. So
Mm.
you can imagine where you don't have knowledge. You will think that is true. This child is an abiku that has come and kill all your resources out
Yes.
there.
It's Agbaje.
So when you are not being careful about the person that you intend to yoke your life with, then the resultant children that you will bet, you might be bringing forth pain to them. That's essentially what you're saying.
Yes. Serious pain. Getting married is very, very difficult for them. Yes. Getting a job. Oh, war, war, war. War. And I
So we
encourage
need to
people
be
not to
careful
lie
that we are not unequally.
because
Yeah.
once their employer see in their CV that they are SS, they won't employ them even if they are perfect for that job. They believe you use their time, and sometimes you have crisis, you go to the hospital, they forget AAAS too, fall sick. I have an AA child who will always have malaria all the time. I say, hey, until I have to study that too. I knew that if you are AA, your blood breaks down 120 days. So even if you take malaria medication, there is no way that malaria will leave your system without blood breaking down. So it will be moving around in 120 days. When it breaks down, it leaves your body entirely. You see, I have to go deep again because this one is not sickle cell. Why is this one falling heel all the time? Who have I offended now? How many cross will I carry? So knowledge is very important. You see, knowledge. If you have knowledge, you will spend little money because you will spend it the right way. But if you don't have knowledge, you can finish central bank and you won't get solution because you are spending it wrongly.
Wow. Okay, so please break it down for us. Yeah. What? Because you also said something that their cells are sickled,
Yes.
that their cells are not shaped like the cells of the AA or the AS. Can you tell us
Eh, eh.
what exactly is a sickled cell? What does it mean?
And that's the hemoglobin. The
Mhm.
hemoglobin is sickle. Hemoglobin is the cell itself. So the hemoglobin is sickle. It's just like a C shape. That's why it cannot flow freely. You need water, anything liquid to pull it. But the
So
other AA and AS is circle shape, like a ball. Once you throw ball, even without anything, the ball will be rolling. That's just the simple way to break it down.
So essentially, what you're talking about, if I remember from my biology class, hemoglobin has to do with the blood.
Yes,
So
yes, that's
you're talking
what the
about.
sickle.
So maybe is it proper for us to say that their own blood is thicker and so it doesn't flow as fluidly
No,
as maybe my own or your own?
no, it's not that it's thicker.
Mm-hmm.
The hemoglobin that moves in the blood is not blood
Mm-hmm.
itself. There is hemoglobin that moves. Theirs
Mm-hmm.
is sickle. The others, AA and AS alone, because not only SS that is sickle, we'll
Mm-hmm.
come to that.
Mm-hmm.
So AA and AS is round shape. It can easily move inside the
Mm-hmm.
blood, the hemoglobin.
Mm-hmm.
But for the
Mm-hmm.
sickle, it's in a C shape. It can't move on its own freely, except something pushes it. So we need liquid to push it. Then for the sickle people, we have SS, we have SC, we have CC,
C-
SS,
SS.
SC, CC.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Then for
So tell us
the
about it.
we have AA, AS, and AC. AC is like AS. AC and AS cannot marry. They will have sickle. They will have
Okay.
SC. It's
Mm-hmm.
only AA that can marry anybody. I call
Everybody.
them bodman. They solve everything. They are bodman.
Yes, I remember Bodmas from secondary school.
Yes, bodman solves everything. So I
Yes.
call them bodman. They are the
Mm-hmm.
only genotype that can marry anybody. Once you are not AA, you check who you tangle with. Because sometimes you don't want to marry this person, but you are of age. You get pregnant and say, I can afford to keep my baby. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. I do good business. I work in a good place. Meanwhile, your genotype and this person cannot bring forth a child. That's another
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's not even only in marriage. So it's best any child from age 7 should know his or her genotype. Know that this is my genotype. Just the way a child will be able to spell their name and their mommy's or their daddy's phone number. They should know I am genotype AC, I am
Mm-hmm.
genotype AS, I am
Mm-hmm.
genotype AA. If our school can inculcate that, it will be very, 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 very good. It will help every growing child to know who to tangle with. Imagine what you have known from your age 7. By the time you become a teenage, you will know if anybody says, excuse me, what is your genotype? The person will say, I'm not SS. What is your genotype? It's not about SS. What is your genotype? If you can't tell me, I flee.
You have a very valid point here because even most adults like you and I do not still know their genotypes even up till now.
They don't, and they don't care. They always know the blood group. I am
Yes.
blood group A positive, B O
Mm-hmm.
positive, this one
Mm-hmm.
positive. I can donate blood. I tell them there is more to this. Genotype, I see it as worse as your blood group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Genotype,
So
very,
it,
very, very
it
important. Maybe because I'm affected anyway. I
but
don't
you see,
know.
that is always the case. It always takes someone who is affected to be able to know what to teach so that others can
Yes,
jump and pass. So,
yes,
and that also takes me a little bit back to when you were talking about yourself. You said it took your becoming a mother to a warrior for you to find purpose. You made me laugh then
yes.
because you said you wanted to speak English. Sopro, 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 sopro. There is no sopro, sopro, sopro that is better than what you're doing right now. Because what you're doing is
So,
saving life.
yes,
So
because I
again,
talk to people in the language they will. If I speak Yoruba, you will think I'm Yoruba. You will not know I'm
but you
Igbo.
are.
I will go. I will go to the detail of what it is. When I go on programs, I will tell them, let me speak Yoruba because we are in their land. Let us talk to the most illiterate people that people call illiterate. Let them hear. I've gone for Yoruba program. I've gone for pidgin program. Let people know, no be say because I did not go to, I no hear wetin dem dey talk now, so I will speak in your language. If you don't understand, call my number, ask me, I will explain very well. Because you see, knowledge, in fact, I think I value knowledge more. If you have knowledge, it stands out in every case.
Thank you very much. In your
Thank God.
25 years of being a mother of a sickle cell warrior, and also, how old is your foundation again?
My foundation is 18 years.
And in 18 years of running the Marvel Sickle Cell Foundation, what has been the most challenging aspect for you?
Getting them medication because they are on daily medication. Getting them medication because I meet with them every month to give them the medication that will take them through the other month. I'll meet with them again. Getting medication is very difficult. There are some friends now, even if I want to greet them for what they've given us in the past years, they will not answer me. They will think I want to beg for fund. I will laugh. Some have blocked me. I will run into, so madam, sorry, I lost your number. I say, I understand. I'm becoming a pain on your neck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will always say that. So it's medication, medication. And the way our hospital take care of them, very poor. Many of them died of clinical error. I can say that. Clinical error.
Mm,
Because our
mm,
hospitals
mm,
are not
mm.
in good shapes. And they will say, after all, what we end sickle cell, is it not dead? Imagine. That is
Oh,
so
wow.
deteriorating. Yes.
Oh,
People around, instead of
wow.
them to say, you lost your child, sorry, they will say, it's sickle cell, the child will later die. Imagine. Which I
But
know is a
everybody will
clinical
later die
error.
now.
Oh,
Even the
for you
person
to know
saying it
that
will
people
later
are
die.
funny. The child will later die. Is that why you want to kill yourself? What will end sickle cell? Is it not death? Oh, very touching. So
It's
my
actually
challenge
very
is
cruel.
getting them drugs.
It's actually very cruel. Okay, so
Very well.
how many children do you have in the foundation now?
Yeah, I don't have children alone. I have every age. Even if you are a mother, you are a father. I don't discriminate. They are not children alone. I have 150 sickle cell warriors.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot. And you have to find drugs for every single one of them every 30 days.
Yes. If I can't meet everybody, I will meet the poorest of the poorest among them. That's what I do. If I cannot get 150 packages of drugs, I look for the poorest among them that I know that this family cannot afford this thing at all. I will start with them. Then if I have remnants, it's go round. That's what I do. For the past 7 years, I've been doing that because it's been difficult getting
Wow.
drugs. The economy in the country is changing every year, so things are becoming more difficult.
Okay. Um, all right, noted. Every time or sometimes when I get the opportunity to talk about sickle cell, I hear about sickle cell crisis.
Ah, crisis. That's why I've counted their complication for you. We have hip hip replacement complication. We have acute chest syndrome. We have leg ulcer. You see leg ulcer. I fear it a lot. The wound will be there, the wound will not heal. They will have that, the wound will give them pain. The crisis will still come. That's why I see it as the worst. But you know the funny thing, other warriors who doesn't have Legosa will tell you it's the same thing because they also feel pain. They will tell you you can't quantify it. I will tell them I know what I'm saying. I don't feel pain, but I know that the wound will have its pain. Then the crisis will also have its pain. So the Legosa takes it for me.
And as you're describing this leg ulcer, I'm recalling the diabetic ulcer as well, because people who also have
Yes.
diabetes also have such a similar case.
Mm.
Are there
It's the same
similarities?
thing.
The same
It's
thing.
the
Oh
same thing. There
wow.
is not even similar. They are twin. It's the same thing. The saw we come where the ankle is. It's always in the ankle. And you know anything ankle is times two of other parts of the body once the ankle have injury. So it's the same thing. You will treat and treat. In the Yoruba language, they call it egbo adajino, not knowing that it's a condition. Once you have it, adajino means maybe you are inflicted with a wound that will not heal.
Mm.
They will say, ah, they inflicted you with adajino, not knowing that is a condition.
Like we say in our own parts, we say it's your day, she, I mean, your day, or something like that. That they gave you
Yes.
something,
Oh,
ochere,
your cherry,
ochere,
yes.
yes. You know, that's that they will say they gave you ochere, they gave you something that would never heal. It's
Heal.
interesting. You're actually debunking a lot of
So
myths
many
for me.
lies. So many lies.
Yes, because now one can look at it and say, okay, so that person might have been a sickle cell warrior, or might have even been a diabetic
Yes.
patient, and then we're just
What
here
abi?
believing every kind of story.
One thing.
Stephnie, where did you learn resilience from? Because I mean, I'm looking at you. First of all, you do not even look like someone who is 25, let alone someone who should have a 25-year-old. And then you now have a 25-year-old, and you've been in battle all of these 25 years. Where
Hmm.
where does your strength come from? Has it got something to do with Ajagunle? I
Yes.
don't know.
Yes. I came from the ghetto. I am from Nazareth, where they think something good will not come out from. So I have a point to prove. That is it. I have a point to prove. I must do this thing. I see a light at the end of the tunnel. The last thing to leave me is hope, and it has never dashed. That's why I nicknamed myself the girl from Nazareth. Because Nazareth is a place where nothing good will come out, but something good keep coming out. Keep coming out. So that is it. Never
Oh,
die
wow.
spirit. We die here. No grief for anything to weigh you down.
I don't know how we can study that, because that is what we need, every single one of us. We can do spirits and keep believing that you can do. Because honestly, you said something that quite hit me. You said a rich man's child can die of sickle cell. So it's not
A
the
lot.
availability
A lot
of
have gone.
money.
Yeah, they
It's
have
not the
this money,
availability
but
of money, it's
it's
the lack
not.
of knowledge and being able to
Money.
have hands-on care, to be there
Yeah,
hands-on, you know.
yes,
Somehow also in your journey, you had to leave uh, school, you have to leave Lasut and then go for an alternative education in your life, right?
yes.
So can you please share with us um, what you learned, some of what you learned, and are you teaching other people what you learned?
Yeah. What I learned is you go for the most important. I brought this girl to life. So I have to stop my life for her. She never chose to be.
Maybe.
I made her. who she is. I have to be there for her. The only way is to give her my attention 24 hours, which I did. Even if I have gone for the English and the rest, I may have not been this active, but this one, I never regretted it. That's why I call her my game changer. She changed my game, and I found strength. I really found my mission. This is what I am created for, this mission. So I don't see it as a mistake. God redirected me to the mission He wants me to. So it is my mission.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone on this stream. We have Omekaro, Annabelle. Annabelle says, you're doing a great job, smart Steph. You're indeed a champion warrior. Keep up this great work. God bless you. Adebaya Janet says, sickle cells carriers are warriors. Yes, yes, yes. Once you have the chance by force, don't do it by choice. Yeah, okay, all right. Yes, she's saying that mothers of sickle
Network.
your thoughts, and I will be looking at them from time to time. Yeah, I will look at the comments as we continue. So, do you have any more children?
Yes, I have 2 more.
And they are perfectly
AA. Yeah.
Oh wow.
They are both AA. It's God's
wow.
grace. I never even, I never thought of it. If I can handle sickle cell, well, I can handle any. But God now gave me these 2. I just told you what one of them was giving me. Same issue, treating malaria. That shows I said, God, what have I done? I went for that research. And I knew that, oh, okay. So I don't have to ask God, why me? For the second time.
Interesting. So I hope everyone heard that loud and clear. The fact that she got one sickle cell warrior didn't mean that all her children would be sickle cell warriors. She has 2 other children, and that helps her also in coping. So what advice will you give to other mothers and fathers who are dealing with sickle cell warriors?
First advice, they should seek for knowledge. Know what you are dealing with. If you know what you are dealing with, you know what to do. Secondly, they should have a job doing. You cannot run to your sibling all the time. They will get tired of you. Talk less of friends and acquaintance. Even if it's cleaner, go and look for a job. I told you I did cleaning job. I did menial job. I did waitress. Why not sing this, my girl? I did waitress. I was placed on permanent night because I had to come with her, and then she had to go to school. I will come with her in the evening. We close that. We go home. I get her ready to school. I will also have my rest. So you must have something doing. That if you need 20 naira, you should be able to keep 10 naira. Let people assist you.
So at least the first money that you're using to run crisis should be coming from you. And then you can now say, oh, okay, I am stuck. Otherwise, God is a marathon. Yes. People will get tired of you. Okay.
Yes.
But another thing is that we live in a very critical society. We can criticize. We can mind
Yes.
another person's business for a living. We have not
Yes.
removed the small speck in our eye, but we want to go and
We
carry
will see the
uh,
plank in somebody's
in
eyes.
somebody else's own. And you know that we as women, we tend to lie a lot to ourselves and hide a lot. You will find a woman that
Yes.
probably has a sickle cell child, but will not even come out to say I have, so that they can know how to help you.
At all. At all. I have them. They will hide it. They will hide this thing. I saw some in my church. I approached them. No, 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 no. I said, okay. I'm waiting for the day they will now come to me. Madam, I'll say, no, I've closed the foundation. I'm no
Ah, no,
more
you will
doing
not close
it.
the foundation, please. It is not their fault that they are that way. It is because of the kind of stigma the society places on things that they, quote and unquote, believe is not normal. You see, what you cannot
Yes,
explain, the next thing is for you to now do what? Stigmatize it. So you need to find a way to help such women who come up, who cover up, you know, so that they can have knowledge. Because if they have, I mean, come, look at what you said today. You said they need fluid, something as simple as that. I mean, we can all,
as simple
everybody,
as
I think,
that.
can afford to get water. So if you know that
Yes,
what you need to give your child is water to keep her fluid, to
water.
keep her blood moving, haba, it makes life easy now, you know. So
Very
you
easy.
can't stop talking, you can't stop helping, you can't stop asking, because that is the path that God has chosen and opened for you.
Yes, you're right. That's my mission. Even when I try
Mm.
to hide, even most times my daughter will tell me, Mommy, mind your business. I'll say, no, don't let me mind my business. Let me say it so my mind will be clear that I have said it. They didn't hear.
Yes.
When I come, I will say, Mommy, what's the result? You don't used to hear word. I'll say, I will not hear word. At least my mind is clear. I've said it. It's left for them to say no. Ehen.
And honestly, I think you may think that they're not hearing, but they're hearing. Maybe they will do as if they're not hearing you. When you go, they'll go and give their children water. Just keep at it. Just keep at
That's
it.
true.
Just
That's
keep
true.
at it.
They are trying to cover because they don't know if they open up to me, maybe I will air it. I understand.
Yes.
It's always like
Mm.
that. When I see a child, if I pass a child, I will go back. Once your janitor, madam, no, no, it's I'll say, okay. I'll go, I will go on my way. Women, we need to be
Examination.
liberated. We need to have self-esteem. We need to stand. If you are selling pepper by the roadside, that doesn't make you inferior to those in white collar job. I keep telling women, they need you. You make their pot feel. You also need them when you need to feel anything. They feel it for you academically. So we should not look down on ourselves. I keep telling women, self-esteem, self-esteem, stand whatever, provided you are not selling your body for money. Even if it's local soap you are doing, stand with it. Let people know this is what you are doing. They will need it and they will come for you.
That is true. That is very, very true. Each and every one of us has been well created by God to fulfill a purpose. And if we find our purpose, no matter what it is, and we live in that purpose, we will be phenomenal, because God does not
Yes,
create anything that is not productive, you know.
of
So
course.
society cannot dictate for us that it is only people who go in a certain way or do a certain thing that are valuable. We are all very
Yes,
valuable, because the one up needs the one down needs the one in the middle, the one in the middle needs the one down, the one up needs the one down. That's why no matter where
yes,
you go to, no matter how they say something is exclusive, this location is exclusive and only a certain kind of people live there. When you go there, you will find that woman who makes soap.
of course. Even
Because
housekeepers, you know, housekeepers are very important, like the white collar job.
exactly. So that should let everybody know that everyone is important, because even if you say it's exclusive, that exclusive place cannot function without that woman who needs to sweep, without that man who needs
Oh,
to cut grass, So we all need each
Oh,
person. The important thing is that
we
in
do.
our own understanding of ourselves, we should have self-esteem, a healthy one,
Yes,
a healthy one.
yes.
I mean, I know
A
of a
healthy
woman that
one.
sells akara, and she was selling that akara faithfully every day, and she has manifested and four graduates from selling akara. If she'd looked down on
Oh,
selling
from
akara,
selling
she
Akara.
probably would have trained all her children. So we must each value
Oh,
what it is that we have put our hands on and do it faithfully. Yeah. Stephanie,
yes.
it's been
So,
interesting talking to you. I like the fact that you did not agree that I should script this show. You wanted to come and bare your heart and speak as
yes,
you understand. And I respect you for
yes,
that. This, in a sense,
yes.
will be my first unscripted show, and it's gone really good, if you ask me. So I'm going to ask you now a very personal question. Stephanie, how do you stay
Okay.
happy? How do you stay motivated? I've been chatting with you for a couple of days now, and you always come out. I mean, you're so positive. Well, in fact, I was saying to
Very
myself, I was telling myself, don't get addicted to Stephanie. She might not have your time after she has finished coming on your show. Maybe when you now text her, she will now not talk to you. But I look forward to hearing you because you are so bubbly. How do you stay like that?
wow. I love food. Once
Oh, wait.
I have eaten okra soup and eba, once I have eaten, that's how I keep myself alive. I don't know how to fast. Even if it's garri that I want to eat, let me eat it on time. If it's to soak garri, let it come
Mm.
on time. Once I've eaten, I'm good to go. I'm not the rice person. I'm not the soupy English person. Just give me swallow, ogbono soup, okra soup, banga soup and starch. Oh,
Oh my goodness. Am I not loving you? So once you have
then I
eaten,
love
you're a
old school
foodie.
songs. Yeah, I'm a foodie. They're old school songs. I have this my radio. I don't want to mention the name of the station. They give me old school song. I dance. I follow their program. I also go there as a guest once in a week. I also go for
So
another radio for sports once in a week. On a sports day, I go, I talk. So once I've eaten, I can do anything. I will have that strength to move. But once I'm hungry, I won't be able to talk, my sister. You are talking, I'll be looking at you because no strength.
okay, I will try that. I'm going to feel my tummy and see whether it will just make me become like you.
Ehen. When
So
you
tell
eat,
me, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite old school song? Let's see whether I know it as well.
wow, Whitney, Whitney.
Whitney, Whitney Houston.
Yes, any of the Whitney, but more of I believe the children are future. Give them chance and let them lead the way. They
Show them all
possess,
the
yeah,
beauty they possess
see they possess
inside.
inside.
Give them a
Give them a
sense
chance
of
of
pride.
pride. Make it
Oh wow.
easier. Let the
And let the
children
children's laughter remind us how we
remind us
used.
how it used to be. Yeah,
I
I
decided a
depend on
long time
myself
ago
alone,
never to walk
never
in
to walk
anyone's
in
shadows.
anyone's shadow. If I
If I
fail, if
fail,
I
if I
succeed, at
succeed.
least have oh oh.
Oh my goodness. Why are you taking me back there? You are such an amazing person. You're such
It
an
inspires
oh, okay.
me. That
You
song
see,
inspires me anytime, any day. Never to walk in anyone's shadow. Never.
if I fail,
I
if
will
I
lay my
succeed,
part.
at least I'm living on believing no matter what they
Yes,
take from
they
me,
take
they can't
from
take
me.
away
They
my
can take away my
dignity.
dignity. Because of greatest love is happening to me. Yeah, nobody can take away my dignity. I have my power with me.
You know, Whitney is a phenomenal woman, and that's a phenomenal song. And I think that's a very good note to be ending this conversation on. No matter what happens to you, no matter what life throws at you, do not let it take away
Mm,
your dignity. Because the greatest
at
love of all
all.
is the love that you have for yourself, and it comes from the
Yes,
inside. It comes from the inside.
inside.
It is that love that is on your inside that propels you to do everything. Indeed, if we live in love, this world will be a better place, and our
Better
burdens
place.
will
Yeah.
be easier for us to carry. Thank you for that choice of
Carry.
music. Thank you. Thank you for that choice of music. You know, when you told me the other time that you were the original woman, I was like, okay, why is she calling herself original woman? But I don't need to ask again because even your taste in music shows that you are truly, truly original and then you are in tune with yourself. Okay, as we wrap up today's conversation, Stephanie, please could you leave our listeners, the amazing people that have been commenting from the beginning of this conversation up until now, could you please leave them with your final encouragement and then also leave the super caregivers, of our sickle cell warriors some kind of encouragement as well, and then just generally wrap up this conversation and tell us why we should continue in hope and resilience.
Yeah. I want to tell everybody listening to me, just pass the message on. Know your genotype before love tangle. What you have a chance of doing by choice, don't wait for it by miracle. It will never come because you had a choice. Get something doing, even if it's housekeeping for somebody. Have your own money. Have your own money. So at least if you ask to bring something, let something come to the table. Let yours be the foundation on the table. Others will drop something. That's why I also love Donna Summer. She works hard for the money, so you better
Mhm.
treat her well.
Oh, wow. Stephanie, honestly, we need to do this one on one. We need to see physically so that we can just sing these songs from our hearts and just forget anything else that is happening in Nigeria or in the world. I know that song. She works
Yes,
hard
oh,
for her money, and then you know
for
that
the
we're teenagers, and the heads
money.
were going like this.
She
Oh goodness. Okay,
works
great.
hard for the
So
money.
Stephanie has left us today with a very, very wonderful nugget. And that nugget is what you can obtain for yourself by choice. Do not wait
Don't wait
to pray for it
for it.
by miracle. And so it means
Will
that you
never
have
come.
a choice and then you have a will. So exercise your will to make the right choices for yourself, to forget, to avoid stories that touch, and to avoid
Yes.
a life of pain for yourself and for your children. This is where we are going to be wrapping up today's edition on Up You with Ezine. As you can all see, we have gone past the time, and that's because we were enjoying ourselves. It doesn't even look as if we're telling about a story. We're talking about personal stories that are this deep because Stephanie has a very good disposition and she has such positive attitude that she makes it look like she hasn't been bearing burden. But for everyone who's listening to us today, if you can help in some way, please reach out to Stephnie Agbaje and the Marvel Sickle Cell Foundation. She doesn't want your money, she just wants drugs. If you're a pharmaceutical company and you have drugs for sickle cell and you can help her, she has 150 persons in the foundation. Please do reach out to her or reach out to me, and I will give you her contacts as well so that you can help her get drugs to these children and adults, she said, to everyone in her foundation. But more importantly, Stephanie would like us to extend her voice by teaching our children from as young as age 7 to know their genotypes and to always inquire from the opposite sex before entering a
What's your
relationship, what is your genotype? That would save a lot of pain for children
motto?
yet unborn. Thank you very much, Stephanie, for coming on this show today. I know you're pretty busy running 3 businesses at the same time, but I appreciate that you love You love your calling so much that you gave us this time. Thank you so much.
Oh,
And
thank you.
this is where we wrap up today's edition of Up You with Azine. It's been another amazing one. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook at Up You with Azine. Get copies of our books, Up You and When Adversity Strikes Fight, and also the recalibration blueprint. Please make sure you get copies and read and continue to develop yourself to become the best version of you. Big up to everyone that is involved in creating this magic every week, starting with you, our dear listeners, our guests, our advertisers, callers, everyone, the engineers on duty, the amazing OPU team. Thank you for tuning in. And we look forward to bringing you more interesting episodes in the weeks ahead. Don't forget, the OPU Women's Conference is happening in Lagos at Ebony Life Place on August 31st, 2024. We would love to see you there for you to hear more encouraging stories that will help you build hope and resilience as you grow through the fire and triumph in every adversity. My name, as always, is Ezine Kufrekanem, and from Stephanie and myself, it's Up You. Stephanie, do the Up You sign. One thumb up. Yes.
Oh,
Up
of
You.
you.
And
You.
bye.
Thank you.